finished up the yellow peas and we just switched the modules in the combine, went through, checked everything, greased everything, kind of went, made sure the combine's ready to cut wheat. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but yeah, let me just put this nice and level. Basically what happened is I hit a culvert over here, and this actually has kind of a bow inward like that. Creased it a little bit. It's still cutting. We're not going to try to fix it right now, which means we'd have to, if we wanted to fix it, we'd have to pull the canvas off, and then we'd have to secure the header and use the heavy equipment and probably the torch and try to bend this thing back. It's a lot of work. We need to get cutting. So we're just going to run it. I know it's not what I want to do, but we're just going to run it for right now, and then after harvest we'll see if we can fix it. Or if we get rained out or something, rained out. If we get a break, we could try to fix it then. But right now we got to go cut. Dad actually went out. He's starting to chew on it right now. And yeah, it should be pretty good. Now one thing I got to make sure is I got to put this thing, since these rotors have gearboxes, we had it in the number 1, which is really slow. And that's for yellow peas. So I want to make sure this is in number 3. Because the third one, we got to be whipping that rotor about 900 to 1,000 RPM for this wheat because it's really hard threshing. There we go. Got it. Here's the positive thing, and you got to look at the good things. We have some pretty poor looking crop. We have some decent looking crop. We're going to cut the really poor stuff first because it's riper, and which is kind of nice in a way because hopefully it gets better from after we get done cutting all of the bad stuff, and then it makes you feel a little bit better cutting the good stuff instead of the other way around. But we'll find out, see how it goes. If I had to guess, 7 bushels an acre is what I'm going to be chewing on, if that. Maybe more, but I'm not too hopeful on high yields in this stuff over here. It's hurt pretty bad. Last year it had barley on it, and it was not a good choice to put barley last year because it really took out any moisture we had in the ground for this year's crop. But we were banking on having a decent amount of snow and a decent amount of rain to put more moisture in the ground so that way we have a decent crop this year. Well, we just never got it, so yeah, it's going to be a little sad looking, but we'll chew on it. We're heading over to the Quonset. We're going to set the Westfield 13-inch auger up to the bin, get it ready, because we got a load of spring wheat on the 9370. We got greened out yesterday a little bit. It's on the edge. We'll probably start cutting about, I don't know, 10 to 12 o'clock today and see what it looks like on some of the other fields here. So let's go set that auger up. Okay, I'll get the Magnum started, and I'll bring it over and set it in place, and he'll open the bin lid. Be very convenient for me. Okay, there we go. Alright, now that we got the auger position where we want, we got to go in and tie those sensors for the bin, and then that way they don't move out of place when you're filling the bin. Let's see. Oh, this one's already tied. Okay. Well, it looks like they're all tied. Good. Yeah. Alright, well I guess I don't have to tie them. Somebody already did it. Okay. We'll shut the door. He's picking up rocks and throwing them off the road. We had to stop for that. You're such an overachiever.
No, the tires, I don't want tires stoned on our farm.
You guys are probably wondering, what is this unit? Some of you know what I got going on here, but I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know. I'm going to share my invention with you guys for free. And all you have to do, and if you want to, just buy one, wire it together, and then you got yourself a drive-over light that tells you within 2 to 3 inches exactly when to stop the truck over a drive-over pit. Because those that drive semis or trucks and understand the frustration of driving over, get out, find out you're too far, get back in the truck, back it up a little bit, get back out, you backed up too far, you get back in, you know the frustration. So imagine this, if you had a light when you're driving across, all of a sudden it kicks on when you need to stop, and you stop, you get out, and it's perfect within 2 to 3 inches every time. That's what this unit does. How it works, this is how it works. You got basically a laser that shoots out of this, hits a reflective strip, comes back, turns a relay on here, which then turns on the light, tells you when to stop. If it turns on and then turns back off, you've gone too far. You back up a little bit, turns back on, you're perfect. Now you're probably wondering, well, what kind of reflective strip do you use? This stuff. You put it vertical on the side of your trailer, so when your trailer is going by, all of a sudden light kicks on, beep, you need to stop. If it kicks off, well then you back up, beep, there you go. So back in 2012, I came up with this idea, and it worked flawlessly until last year. Finally cratered, so I'm putting a new one on, and this is the cute little thing that I found online that had a lot of good reviews, and I'm going to put it together with a little light here that you can position where you want so you can see it better if it's not a very good spot, and it's got a little magnet on it so you can stick it to things. So what I've got going on here is blue is ground, brown and black is power, and white is goes to light. Okay. Let's go see what happens if we get a battery and test it before I solder it together and assume it's good. Hopefully this one has enough juice in it. It doesn't take much at all. But yeah, this is it's a pretty slick little deal. I never took the idea from anybody. I came up with it after many nights of not sleeping. For whatever reason, it drove me crazy. Yeah, let's just make sure that this is the correct wiring before I do anything. And then you guys can see it in action too. All right, let's go ahead and do yellow as ground, just blue as power. Okay, now watch this. Isn't that cool? So, semis driving by. It's somewhere right there. And then you're like, oh, I'm perfect. Lights on. Let's dump the truck. Oh, I gotta move to the next hopper. Perfect. Pretty sweet. Yeah, it's nice when you can make things a little bit more efficient and a little bit less stress. And this is one of those things for the truck drivers that makes it a little bit more enjoyable throughout the day. So anyways, yeah, it's been really handy, and we really missed it when we couldn't have it for a while. Let's see. And that's that. So now I just used an extension cord, cut it to, it was a used one that we had, so it didn't really matter what the condition was like. And this is all tangled. Oh, it goes up there. Okay, let's put that together. This wad of stuff to go to the battery. Now the little red light's on. Okay, I think that's good to go for a little bit until I get a semi over here, then I can adjust the eye where it needs to shoot towards the laser or the semi, and I think we'll be pretty good. Oh, I missed that. Oh, I missed that so much. This thing is awesome. Okay, look at this. Isn't that sweet? Perfect. Right where we want it. Now the question is, how long is it going to last? I don't know. We'll find out. People gave it pretty good reviews, so hopefully it lasts longer than 2 days like the other one did. Man, I wish it lasted 10 years like the original one did. All right, I'm going to estimate what's in here. 800 bushels. So we're just estimating a certain amount of bushels that we think that's in the truck, keeping tabs on which loads are coming off what fields, so we can kind of get an idea what's in the bin and keep pretty decent records, hopefully. In the combine again. We've started the spring wheat harvest. Been cutting for a couple days. We were cutting some recrop spring wheat that was a little riper. I'm now into some chem follow that wasn't cropped last year. So we'll see what kind of yield we get. The other was anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 for the recrop. So we'll see what this one does. I've got Kobe, of course, and we'll see what happens today. We're hopefully getting some little better wheat and pick the harvest bushels up. Getting close to, you can't see the clock, to sandwich time, and I have Kobe with me. Hi, Kobe. He's glued to that real live TV screen that's in front of him. That's really a reality show, I think. But anyway, what I have here is a bag of carrots. What'd you say? He knows. Anyway, but his hearing, I mean, there's some noise in the cab or whatever, but I'll try to open this cellophane and see what happens. You watch him.
There. I had to use my teeth when I was holding the camera, but when I opened it up, did you see him fling his head back? And he knows those sounds. So, carrot. You like carrots? Want one? I'm gonna starve at harvest time if I have to share all my lunch, or half of it or more, with him.
Well, we finally found some spring wheat that's ready to cut. It's been kind of hit and miss the last few days. The guys have been kind of rolling into a field, cut a little bit, and then it gets too wet, and they stop. And they roll into a field, cut a little bit, and it gets too wet, and they stop. I think it's just now where a lot of the crop is maturing evenly, so we should be able to just start rolling straight through everything now, which is going to be really nice. Get the acres done. I've been kind of hit and miss too. I've been at the new house build site. I've been spraying. I've been keeping up with trucks with them. And then I had something come apart in my septic tank and had to replace it, which meant I had to climb into my septic tank and rebuild part of my septic drain field for my current house. So that was an adventure. I don't recommend it. Micro, that's all I can say. Micro quality. But we're going back to the field. I'm going back up to place leg arms in the combine. I'm gonna start running combine again. Second time for the year, which is quite amazing. And we got a lot coming up here, so it's gonna be good. But I'll tell you what, this year, I don't know what it is. There's a lot going on, and maybe it's just everything at once and combination of some really bad years here farming. You just get numb to it all. Just numb. You just lose the urge to push hard, and I don't know. So, not complaining, just saying what you feel. And it's just kind of that, this isn't a lot of excitement out there to get this done. Not that there's not a crop. We have some crop to get in. But I guess I long for that day when we can get back into a normal crop, an average crop, and see the wheat flowing and the truck after truck after truck coming out of the field, and the bins filling up and moving to this bin and the next bin and the next bin, and seeing all of those thousands of man hours and hundreds of thousands of dollars put on the line to try to make this livelihood happen actually come to tuition, is that the word? Come to reality, pay off. So there, my rant, 2 minutes long. That's enough. I need to quit. All right, let's go get Scott. Leg arms. Who's that? I don't know who Scott is. Leg arms. My turn.
Okay.
And like that, back in the saddle. It's running, it says 12 to 13 bushel an acre. It's probably about right. We didn't calibrate the combines this year, so, you know, it could be off a little bit. But we'll know when we get in the trucks and get in the bin and run the numbers. We'll figure out exactly how much came off each unit. So when we say unit, we mean usually just field. Usually we go by a group of fields, yield, depending on the landowner and the amount of field together. Anyways, long story short, it's definitely not great, but it's pretty easy harvesting. It's super clean back here. Combine's running like a top. Loss isn't too bad. A little bit of return on that tailings. I might have to open up my, there we go, bottom sieve. So, but we're making good work. Dad's over here. There he is. Can't see him. He's just over the hill. So let's keep rolling. Keep it going. There we go, last strip of this field. And I am done right now. Finished. Okay. dump the combine, park the combine, shut the combine off, go to bed, because it's that time. Pick it up tomorrow. Well, we made our way to the new land that we broke out. This was that CRP ground that hasn't been farmed in 30 years or more. This is the first crop on it, and well, we've seen better. There are parts that run to 8-9 bushel towards the other side. This end's really bad. The ground's tough. This is not good ground here. It's just hard. Not a lot of organic matter in this area. You can tell by looking at the neighbor's field over here just how their crop is on that side. But still, the first crop, that's a sad day. Let's see, there was 500 acres here that we picked up, and we broke 250 of it roughly. So 250 acres. It didn't take very long. We knocked it out pretty quick. Not doing great right now, as you can see. Overall though, we're probably yielding, what is it, 5, 6 average across the board on this, 6 bushels an acre. So, I mean, I don't know, you can't really expect a whole lot on CRP ground. I mean, we worked it multiple times last fall, and then this spring, and then it just never had rain on it. So there wasn't a whole lot there to give that weed a chance. But we'll take what we can, put it in the bin. It actually is nice looking weed, so that's good. But let's keep pressing on. A little bit of rain coming down on us, but very light, so I don't think it's gonna stop us. We're a 2-man show today. Leg arms had to take off for the day, so just Dad and I around him. But at this rate, it's not really a big deal as long as nothing breaks. All right. Started to come down a little more than we were expecting, so I think this might be it for tonight. We'll see. We'll go ahead and dump both these. It took a couple hours to fill both combines. Maybe 2 hours, probably 2 hours, something like that. And just one-handed, a little tight, and beautiful. Perfecto. Well, we called it. You can see that building over there, that's coming right for us. And I'm a little low on fuel, about a quarter tank or less, and it was starting to get a little sticky on the header, so we decided, let's just call it a night. Take it off. There's no rush. There's not a lot of crop out there. Not a lot of acres left. Okay, there's a lot of acres left. And leg arms is off playing somewhere, so I mean, it only makes sense that we do too. All right, we'll see you guys next, as soon as we get there.
What do you see? Is that deer? I think it's a couple of antelope. Yeah, pronghorn, speedy goats. And I think I see a little one running behind the other one. They should be bigger than that this time of year. That's a baby antelope. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're getting my window all fogged up. Do you see a little baby? That's the... Oh, I know. You can feel it, can't you? Yeah, they try to hide. That is a late bloomer. Normally they are birthed around April, late or middle April, sometimes into May. That one is a late bloomer because it's still hiding, it's still small, it's not running with the others. By now they should be a much bigger, at least twice or 3 times that size, and they're able to run as fast and as long as their mother and father. So anyway, but he'll make it. He looks like he's healthy enough, so good. Keep watching.